They are an essential business during the current COVID-19 shutdown. Grocery stores keeping their doors open, trying to ensure each customer follows their guidelines and everyone's safe inside, including the customers as well as the employees. Thanks for joining us for the nightly check-in. I'm Mark Mullen. So the county says that right now businesses can refuse service to anyone not wearing a mask, a facial covering. With that, we wanted to check out several local grocery stores and what specific rules they are implementing.
You know, we just have to adapt and understand we're all going through this together.
Many grocery stores across San Diego are changing the way they operate. At Costco in Mission Valley, they are turning around anyone who brings in their own bag from home. At Ralph's, they are not limiting the amount of people entering their stores, but once inside, customers do have to stand in lines 6 feet apart, and there are markings on the floor. A similar rule is happening at Sprouts, where signs advise shoppers to follow the 2-cart length rule. And at Trader Joe's, workers are covering their faces and limiting the amount of shoppers inside.
I really admire what Trader Joe's is doing, because when we get into the store, like I came last week, I stood in line and I could really appreciate what they're doing, because when you get inside, it's not crowded. So you can still do the social distancing at the same time shopping. Whereas other stores, you walk in and it's so packed and you're trying to, you know, do your part in staying away.
The California Grocers Association is sharing guidelines on how to shop during this time. For starters, when you go shopping, ditch your list on your phone. Instead, put it on paper to actually minimize the number of things you are touching while inside the store. Full list of tips can be found on our website, NBC7.com. Well, a glimmer of hope today in the fight against coronavirus. Health officials say at least 200 residents have recovered from the coronavirus. That's people who, after 14 days since their symptoms began, do not have the coronavirus at all anymore. We also learned the sad news today, and that is that 12 additional people died in the county. That brings the death toll to 31. That's just within San Diego County. Also, cases grew by 50, bringing the total number in the county testing positive to 1,454. Tonight, Chula Vista Councilman Steve Padilla is opening up about his battle with coronavirus after nearly being beaten by it. We spoke to Padilla today, who says the entire ordeal has been an emotional journey, but the privilege of surviving means moving forward.
We need to be sure that we're going to get all of the resources for the frontline healthcare professionals and the potential patients in this country what they need. I plan to use this voice for a lot more in the future, because I really do feel I've been given a new lease on life.
Padilla says he fears for undeserved communities who will likely get hit harder by the virus. Meanwhile, there is good news when it comes to testing for COVID-19. A new device can give results in just a matter of minutes. The ID Now rapid test machine from Abbott Laboratories out of Chicago was given emergency FDA approval at the end of March. UC San Diego Medical Center has previously used the device, but for testing flu and strep. But it will now be used for COVID-19. A positive result can be produced in as little as 5 minutes, a negative in 15 minutes. UC San Diego Medical Center says it could soon add up to an additional 75 to 100 tests per day. Well, scattered showers have been soaking San Diego all day, as you know. This was one seen in La Jolla. We also saw some people taking walks in the rain with protective masks as well in Oceanside. The spring storm also helped dampen and in some cases flooded just a bit of roads, prone to that kind of stuff in San Carlos. Not too bad right there. Flash flood watch, though, is in effect. Speaking of, let's get the latest on your weather. Here's Dagmar.
Looking at your Wednesday, you will end up seeing more of this rain continuing. So the chance for rain continues through tonight, continues through Wednesday, even through Thursday. So the flash flood watch will not expire for all of San Diego County until Wednesday night, 7 p.m. tonight. So do expect the rain to continue. The coast and the inland valleys will be in the low 60s. Mountains, you'll be in the low 40s, but you might see a flake or two of snow mixed in. Again, Palomar, Mount Laguna, a better chance than Julian, but Julian maybe a few flakes. Deserts, you're looking at about the mid 60s, and also that chance for showers at about 80 to 90% continues across the region.
A fire tears through a popular Kearny Mesa restaurant along with a few other businesses which were nearby. So the fire destroyed the China Mac seafood restaurant late last night. Firefighters were still on the scene this morning, 12 hours later, putting out hot spots. Owner Cindy Wu has had the restaurant for 17 years. Because she doesn't own the building, she is not sure what's next.
You don't think about, oh, what should I do, or what is my future or something. You don't have time to think about that. But that time your hands on now.
One of the few things that actually survived the fire is the takeout only sign. China Max, like all restaurants, had to shut down last month. They've been trying to survive on takeout orders. That was until all of that happened. So with all of the tough news we have to report on during this pandemic, it is important to remember that most people do recover from the coronavirus statistically. We wanted to end our check-in with video of one woman, a mother of four, got a standing ovation as she prepared to leave the hospital for the first time in 2 weeks. So this is video of 47-year-old Christina Paz leaving a Staten Island hospital where she had spent the last 15 days fighting for her life, part of that time in critical condition. On Saturday, she was wheeled out of her room and down the hall and was finally reunited with her husband. Even stronger applause should go to all of the fine healthcare workers like that and here throughout San Diego who are doing frontline work. That's going to do it for our nightly check-in. If you listen to podcasts, be sure to subscribe to Insight from our Investigates team. They'll have a new episode this week about the economic hit COVID-19 is bringing to our region. I'm Mark Mullen. Thanks for watching. Have a terrific night.